I'm 30 weeks pregnant and I've already been to the hospital twice. And I feel like we're probably going to end up there again in a couple of days. Thankfully, my hospital bag was already for the most part packed-ish. But I just want to show you everything that I have in my hospital bag preparing for a NICU stay. I'm only 30 weeks. I have a high-risk pregnancy, and this is everything that I'm doing to prepare for that birth or for a complicated hospital stay, even for a long NICU stay. When it comes to a long NICU stay, I don't need to really pack much. There's not really much I need for my baby, but having things ready when you give birth. This will be my second time around in this kind of journey. My first was a NICU baby as well. And after a little time, they got me cleaned up, and immediately I was wheeled to the NICU to go see my baby. And I wasn't even ready for that time yet. I was very out of it. I was not packed. I was not prepared. So having anything on me was like, I didn't really have many clothes or anything like that. But we made do with what we had, and this time I am a little more prepared-ish. So let's go through the few things that I have ready to go should I end up in labor within the next couple of days. I'm not sure when this video will be posted. I could have given labor already, or I may still be pregnant and waiting. We never know. The first thing I want to show you is what's in my pump bag. This has everything I'm going to need for those first few days of pumping, depending on how long I'm in the hospital after I give birth. So I only have one set of everything in here because they do provide soap and like a bottle brush and stuff. So let's go through that. The first thing is my manual pump. When I gave birth last time, they gave me the Medela manual pump. I do like this, so it does work great. I do put a typical like duckbill flange on it. I don't use the Medela flanges on it. That goes right here, just because I find that the duckbill flanges have, the duckbill valves have a better suction to it. This part, which you can probably ask your hospital for, is what's called a collection cup, like a colostrum collection cup. So that way your milk, when it's first coming in and you have those spare few drops coming out, it's not getting lost through all of the pieces to get down into here. So it's saving a lot more of those tiny little important drops. And then your flange thingy. I have 2 bottles tucked into the side pockets. There's a lot of pockets in this bag. I don't know where you can get it. You might be able to find this bag on Amazon. I will try to find one and link it down in the description below, but this is a really nice bag. I did get my Spectra from insurance with my last pregnancy, and I will be using the same pump that I did with my first pregnancy. For this one, I have the blue Spectra. This one is portable. It has a battery in it and chargeable, and I can take it anywhere and pump anywhere. If I have a normal birth, I probably won't pump as much. I'm not expecting a normal birth with this, especially since I've been contracting for the past 3 days or so. I've been to the hospital twice. I am to the point where it's like, okay, when am I going to just go into labor? Because time is ticking. My body is like giving up, and that's what it is. The next thing I have is my bag of parts just to keep them clean and stuff. I have the extra duckbill valves. I have my flanges and parts in here. The other thing is a haka. So this is not the typical haka that you see. This is the Ladybug haka. So this one doesn't have any suction, but this is really nice for nursing. So if you are just nursing and you're able to nurse, you can stick this in your bra, and as baby is feeding on the other side and you get that letdown, this will collect all of that for you and you're not losing out on milk. I really like this, especially those first few weeks of nursing and your supply is regulating and everything like that. The next thing I have is the nipple guards, or I don't know what you call these, the nipple shields. And that's great for nursing, especially preemie babies who are still learning to do that suck, swallow, breathe pattern. I am able to stuff everything into the bag here. The last thing I have is my little nipple silverettes. These were a lifesaver when I was pumping. I made the mistake when I first started pumping and not understanding the vacuum levels. So when I first started pumping, my nipples ended up being like cauliflowers, which is not normal, by the way. Your suction is probably too high. And so after I figured that out, I lowered the pumping. It wasn't painful anymore after I healed. And these really helped heal everything, so that way I could pump comfortably. I could nurse or attempt to nurse properly without pain. And then I have my little, I don't even know what these are called. They're by Frida. I will link everything in the description below that I'm mentioning. But these are really nice because they warm up and they also vibrate. So it will kind of help push that milk and vibrate that milk out of the milk ducts and kind of help stimulate your breast to make more milk. This is nice because it does have like bottle holders that are insulated. It also has this compartment down here, which is insulated as well, so you can put milk in here with like an ice pack or something in here. It's a really nice bag. I like it. The next thing I have is my good old hospital bag. This has, for the most part, everything I would need. It did, yes, the past couple days when I ended up in the hospital. It's as packed as it's gonna get. So, let's go through this. First thing that I have is my Leela Gown. This dress is super nice because it opens up in the front at the belly, so you can have that fetal heart monitoring. It has zippers on the back, so that way you can get like that epidural in your back if you're gonna get one. And then it also has zippers right here on the front, right here for immediate skin to skin. So this is super comfy. If you think of like one of your favorite maxi skirts, this is the material it is in. And when I was in the hospital the other day, I wore this and I was like, this is so much better than the actual hospital gowns that they give you. Oh my gosh. For my baby, I have this Baby Booty and Beyond. So this is unscented, this is cloth diaper safe, and it is way more natural than the stuff that they provide at the hospital. But this is great for diaper rash or skin irritation and things like that. I absolutely love this stuff. And then for myself, I have my unscented tallow balm. I also have lavender if I wanted lavender, but I'm just going to stick with my unscented. I've been using this throughout my entire pregnancy. It is so nice. Let me show you how that looks. It like just melts into your skin and it is so great. I've been using it on my belly, and as it expands and stretches, and oh my goodness, it helps so much with all of that. That is stuff that I make. I have my own company, God's Healing Hand. You can find this on my website at godshealinghand.com. Follow my business page on Facebook at God's Healing Hand. My soap that I formulate, toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoo, things like that. So extra contacts. I don't have a brush or ponytail holders. I probably should add some of those. The next thing I have is just a robe. This is probably what I will change into after birth and go down and see my NICU baby. We'll see. I don't know. But it's good to have a robe on hand. And this is the last clothing item for myself that I have. It's just a dress to go home in, and it has nursing and pumping accessibility, and it's just a flowy, lightweight dress, especially after having all of this shift and everything like that. Adult diapers. I have a heating pad. I had awful back labor with my first, and I would have loved a heating pad this time around, so I am bringing that. Phone charger, AirPods. I also have a belly band. So this goes across your entire front, and it compresses and tightens all around your abdomen because your uterus is still shrinking down after you give birth. This helps you feel so much put together. After I had my daughter, I felt so loosey-goosey, so like floppy everywhere. This helped so much after that. A fan, supplements for when after I give birth. These are the Legendary Milk supplements. I have Pump Princess and then Liquid Gold. For my baby, I have a little preemie outfit with pants and then a little sleeper gown. So this is really nice because it's open at the bottom, so it will allow the cords to be at the end, and it will keep him warm but also not get in the way of all those cords and everything like that. These really cute swaddle blankets. These came in a pack of 4, and they are so soft. They are the muslin material. They're so cute. And that is everything I have in my hospital bag. And preparing for a NICU stay, it's not easy. My nursery here in this room for my kid is not in the least bit ready yet. It is very much a mess. I have not been able to do a thing, especially lately because I need to lay low, especially with all the contractions. So I'm guessing the nursery will get done after he comes home probably because all they need is a bed. And we have a bassinet that we will put him in for the first few weeks of life at least. So I'm not in too big of a rush to get everything situated, and we'll see how this remainder of the pregnancy will go. If you like this video, make sure to like it, comment, subscribe, and I will make more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!